gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite projects we've done.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to HN Builds. Today we're starting another project. We're taking a little bit of a break from the derby car and we're starting to work on another project. We're starting to work on a rifle berm, which is going to go here. I had a friend a couple days ago come with a skid steer and took a little bit of dirt out from this pretty big dirt pile here. Came in, dug a little bit out, piled it up all there. We also have another about 20 yards of fill dirt that is going to go behind the berm once we're done building. We also got 16 railroad ties. This is going to make up the back and the walls of the berm, as well as 6 4x4s, which are going to essentially be support pillars that we're going to be augering in 4 feet in the ground to be our backstop support. But to start, I'm going to be taking out some trees here and a couple back there, just so it looks a little bit nicer in here than it does now. All right, so my plan is I'm gonna get some of these cut up. That one over there, I don't think I gotta get cut up. Then I'm gonna drag them over there to the berm pile, which is gonna be fun. So we got this figured out, and we got a post laid in here to kind of be our template to figure out what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a post hole there, and then a 4x4 that runs out, 4x4 that runs out. And then he's getting the boards cut right now. That's gonna be at an angle here and an angle here. And we'll figure out from there. All right, so we started work on, well, we got one post hole dug here with the post hole diggers, but the ground is so freaking hard. We're gonna wait till tomorrow. We have an auger, but the auger has a bad carburetor, and the part is coming to fix it tomorrow morning at about 8 a.m. We got one hole dug with the post hole diggers, but it's such a pain in the butt. We're just gonna wait till tomorrow for the part for the auger to come. My dad's gonna get it all fixed up. Then we're gonna get 5 more auger holes dug. This is the general layout of what we're gonna go with for the range, but this is all we're gonna get done today. We did get the trees all cut down, all brought over to the burn pile. But yeah, that's all we're gonna get done today till the auger gets fixed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Day 2.
All right, so it's the next day. We're back out here working on the gun range. My dad fortunately has gotten, our part came in for our auger. So this hole that we dug yesterday, we're going to probably dig down a little bit more. Then we're going to dig a hole here, right on that edge, and one down there. Same on the other side. I'm try to move some of this shit up over to here or something, just so it's out of our way. This is the leaf trimmings and mulch that we had gotten yesterday. Probably going to sprinkle that on top, I would imagine. I don't really know yet. And then we're going to get the John Deere out to be able to bring the posts over here. All right, so we got that hole completely and totally augered. Auger's having a hell of a time trying to get through this really tough, really compact sand. It's going down not that great. But now we're gonna come over here. We're gonna get dug here. I'm gonna get this a little bit more cleaned out and get one dug here. I'm not really recording the auger. It's kind of a pain to try to record stuff like that. But then we're gonna get 4x4 in here, get backfilled, compacted down, and start building up. All right, so we're working on this third one. We're gonna swap out that auger bit for a little bit of a smaller one. That one, we're just having so much of a problem with resistance on the dirt because the dirt's so freaking hard. We don't really need that big of a hole anyway for only a 4x4. So we're gonna get a little bit of a smaller auger. We gotta just make sure it's nice tight with this railroad tie. That's kind of our measuring point, if you would say, because we want to have a railroad tie here, because the next layer we're going to have this railroad tie come and overlap this one and kind of do like a stagnant pattern like that. So we have to have it sucked over as close as we can to this railroad tie. All right, so we got all 6 of these holes dug. This one here was a little bit of a pain in the butt. We're only able to go down 17 inches here to get something that's so ungodly hard we just cannot get through it. Rest of them are 22 to 24 inches deep, which is all we really need because we're gonna have this much dirt backfill. Yeah, so gonna get a level. Gonna get these 4x4s set in all the posts while he's coming back with the level. And yeah, start making some more progress on this thing. All right, so we got all the 4x4s in. They're all backfilled, all nice, pretty sturdy in the ground. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get railroad ties in. We're gonna cut a little bit so it's just a little bit more square. We're gonna go get lunch and then we're gonna come back and get back to work on this.
20 minutes later.
All right, so as you can see, it's dark out, so we're calling it a night. We got 3 levels done. If you noticed, we did have this all up all high, but the drill bits are liking to snag on it, and it likes to rip a hell of a fucking hole into it. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably gonna cut a little hole, probably cut a hole or something in it to drill them in. But we got 3 levels done. But yeah, we're getting it done. Yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I was hoping we can get this done today. Obviously we can't, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Day 3.
All right, so we're back out here. It's day now 3. Hopefully last day we'll be working on this. We obviously ran out of daylight last night, but we're just gonna keep working this up. I mean, nice slow and steady progress. Hopefully we get all the back done, get the roof on this. That'd be great. We'll start by getting this filter fabric cut. I'm gonna do cut a seam along the 4x4 and then get it stapled up here so that we won't accidentally rip it down again. And then we're gonna just go back to working this back up. All right, so some problems we're starting to have. We ended up taking that board off of here just because that one was so ungodly warped to the side that that one wouldn't fit good on top of it. And this one is, that board is pretty straight. But that one just had a hell of a warp on one side, so that's probably gonna go up towards the top. But yeah, we're gonna have to re-put that. We're gonna have to get a new board cut at 42 and put it on here, and put that board on top of it. This one, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it's got a little bit of a gap in the underneath of it, but that's pretty much what that one's got to an extent on here. So I think that's not bad. It's just that these railroad ties don't like stacking up. I mean, they've obviously had a train run over them, so they're all kind of warped a little bit. Not to mention they were sitting on gravel. That's where you get all this crazy markings from. And besides, they weren't cut 100% great. I mean, most of these are just the stuff that the other mills don't really want. So it's nasty. It has horrible pitting and stuff in it. It's just the wood that, well, it's going to be a railroad tie. No one really gives a crap about it. It's just going to have a train run over it. So just pretty much just cut flat-ish so that the train can run over it, and they're not that great. And not to mention they've been outside in the freaking weather for, I don't know how long railroad ties last, 5-6 years, something like that. So this stuff worked all right. I just pulled that stupid staple out down there by accident. But the cuts are pretty much to make sure at the bit. Yesterday the bit was catching on this fabric and it was ripping it and got some huge holes in it, but I don't think it will be a problem anymore. Then we'll probably just staple that to the railroad ties. If the railroad ties will even take a staple, I don't know if they will. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, it snowed, but still same shit, different day. Let's do it. All right, so we got our last 2 layers on here. So now we're gonna go back to Menards. We gotta get we got a 4x6x10 for support that's gonna go here along the roof. Then we have some deck boards that we got that we're gonna slope for our roof. Yeah, this is actually turning out really freaking cool. Other than the fact it's really freaking cold, but this thing is solid. This thing ain't going nowhere. This thing's really good. So yeah, we gotta go Menards. We gotta get the boards for that and for the stuff coming this way. Then we're gonna fill that little, because if we have a slope, well, let me say, if we have a slope that's here and then a board that's here, we're gonna have a little open area in here. We're gonna use these 4x4s that we actually got that were stickers on that big strap of railroad ties we got. We're gonna use those and some of the extra board that's gonna be from up here to fill that little bit of a gap in. But this is turning out awesome. I could not be happier. I got the targets ordered, so those will be coming in. They'll be in part dose. Those look like trace. Sorry, part dose. There, this thumb, my thumb's gone. So part dose, that works. Part 2, but In the meantime, I'm going to, before we head to Menards, I'm going to get the filter fabric back here stapled onto the railroad ties, get another piece for up here. I don't know, maybe I'll put another piece along the bottom, kind of put it on the bottom and have it come out a little bit, something like that. And then do that on the side here too. All right, so we're gonna be done for the day. It's getting colder out, and there's more snow coming from our west. It's starting to get dark too. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's starting to get a little bit dark. But we got our final 2 layers on here. We got all of the filter fabric put around back, which we over-engineered the crap out of this too, which is not bad, but that's actually pretty good. And we got it along that side as well. We're gonna go to Menards. We're gonna get the wood for the top, for the slope, and then we'll probably be back tomorrow to work on it, hopefully. My fingers are starting to feel like they're gonna fall off even with the double layered gloves on. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 5. I think it's 5. Jeez, we've been working on this thing for 5 days, and this is all we got done. But whatever, it's a passion project, I guess you'd call it. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. All right, so we're back out once again. This is I think it's day 5 of working on this range. We went to Menards yesterday. We got a 12-foot 4x6, and we got some boards that we're going to be using for the roof. These are rated for ground contact, so they should go pretty well for our roof. What we're thinking is we were going to cut this 4x4 off, and we're going to put it behind this the bottom part of the 4x4, have the 4x6 be out in front, anchor down into the 4x4, which will be in back, and the railroad ties, and then kind of make a slope coming off of that from the 4x6 with those boards for the roof, have it slant down to the roof back here, which we're probably going to take some of the scrap pieces of railroad ties and put them on here to make that a little bit taller, so it actually slopes down very nice, and you can walk straight in here. Okay, so we got these plank up on this railroad tie at 42 up on the top. Now we're gonna cut the 4x4 off at the top of it, same with over there, and then we're gonna take that chunk of 4x4. We're gonna go on the back side of this one to secure the 4x6, which is gonna sit on top of it. All right, so we got the 4x4s cut. We got the 4x6 on top of the 4x4s. Now we're gonna take the cut off 4x4, attach it on the back of here, have it come up, and then we're going to fasten it to the 4x6 and to the 4x4 and to the railroad ties. So this son of a bitch ain't gonna go nowhere. Because my phone is not liking the cold right now, but we're gonna be cutting the planks that we got down there into 4-foot long sections, and then we're gonna be doubling them up so they're 2 layers thick. And then we're gonna be running screws in at the top and at the bottom into the 4x6 and into the railroad tie to keep them secure. Then we're doubling them up so that they have a little bit more support to them. But right now they're pretty good and sturdy. Then we're going to possibly run a 2x4 along the back and along the inside to keep to be able to just give a little more support. We also got the 4x4 section, little pieces down, so we got that done. He's gonna go up and get some screws. Sorry, I'm talking really quick. My phone probably will die in like 3 seconds, so I'm trying to get this done quick. But yeah, that's the development. So we're gonna put all the 4x4s there. I'll probably see you guys when it's done, because I don't think my phone is going to last the cold. Okay, so this got done with the roof. We got 2 layers of these boards in here. I don't remember how thick they are. I think they're inch 1x6s, and we have 4 screws in each board, and they're overlapping on the top. This thing is freaking solid. We got the 4x4s cut, and we have a little bit of a gap that's in here, so we're going to put the 4x4s that we cut off of here right there. Right there. I'm having a little bit of a problem with that screw head. I'm probably going to cut that off to get that done. I am cold. We're going to be calling it. It's getting dark out here. We're going to take a tarp. We're going to cover this top roof. We're calling it for the night. It is cold out here in Michigan. The tools are not liking the cold. I'm not liking the cold. My phone is definitely not liking the cold. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We just got to get this covered, and then we're going to see you tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day. I know I didn't do the greatest of explaining what happened on the roof, but the roof is in. I know I didn't do the best of explaining it because it was so cold and we were just trying to get hammered out. So what we end up doing is we put I think it's 1x6s along the top, and then we doubled them up. This board up at top is like in the middle of these boards, so they're offset, so they have a lot more strength to hold the dirt that will be on top of it. They have 4 screws in each board, so there's like 8 screws from like here to here, so that there's plenty of strength in the boards. Then we took some we took a couple pieces of 4x4 that we had left off from little spots that we trimmed back there. Not this hole. This hole is gonna get clogged, don't worry. But from the posts that we had on the outside, we trimmed them off like we did with the 2 in the front, and we stuck the pieces on here. We're gonna stick another little piece of something up there so we can clog that hole. I'm gonna stick another piece in here and clog that hole. Same with on the other side. Just have them little holes that we have to fill in. Yeah, and then we might take a piece of 2x4 or something and put it right in here. Maybe do one right up along the roof. Probably won't though. I mean, this thing is already freaking strong. If you come around onto the back, you can see how our roof looks. I was just thinking about sticking another one that cut off a 4x4 in here. We had that little nail head that's sticking out that we got to trim down, and then sticking something up in there. Other than that, I mean, this range is pretty much done and is ready to get backfilled, get gravel put in the base of it, get the targets already, and it's done. So which is pretty wild. But today I'm going to take the filter fabric, and I'm going to get it stapled up onto the top, get some of it overlapped. I can't do all of it because once again we have hole here and hole over there. Okay, so I got the filter fabric stapled up, left a hole here and left a gap over there so we can get a piece of wood in there so we can just close that little bit of a gap. I don't have my tools out here right now. It's in the other truck, and that truck's has stuff to do. So and then we just need one more little 4-foot piece down there because we have a little tiny little gap here that we just didn't have. Just had one board too less, so I left a little bit of hole there so we can put that in there. But so I think this is going to do it for this episode. This took like a month to build. Feels like it, at least. just working on weekends, and now there's snow on the ground. And yeah, so next episode, we're gonna get ready for backfill, which is putting in that tile. Is actually over there. I'm actually gonna start work on the second episode today, putting that tile in, and then we're gonna be putting gravel in, layer filter fabric, gravel, getting a pipe dug in there and over there for the targets to sit in, which I already have a couple of them in the mail, and getting backfilled, getting rubber put on the roof. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to a lot of you guys that are subscribed. Like I think it's like 58 of you guys now, which is pretty cool. Seriously, if all you guys subscribed, it does mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You're a strange animal.